Welcome once again for this President's Day edition. And this one, it's about Lincoln, the movie Lincoln, directed by the great Steven Spielberg. I can't believe it's been 12 years since this movie came out. I remember this movie came out at the same time that Silver Linings Playbook came out as well. But it took me a while for me to see Lincoln. And this is by far one of the greatest films in the last 20 years. When we're talking about films from 2000 to present, you gotta put this up there. And this is definitely one of Steven Spielberg's best films as well. The film, got nominated for 12 Oscars for a reason. They ended up winning 2 for Best Production Design and Best Actor by an actor that I respect so greatly, Daniel Day-Lewis. And also, in my opinion, he's by far one of the best method actors that I've ever seen as well. He was terrific as Abraham Lincoln. I like that he is calm, self-confidence, patience, very patient as Abraham Lincoln. I like the monologue in the table meeting when they're talking about the 13th Amendment and the anti-slavery movement. I like how the camera just comes closer, focusing on Daniel Day-Lewis as he's delivering that monologue. That was great directing and cinematography. And speaking of which, I love the acting in this movie. We're talking about a loaded cast of Daniel Day-Lewis, Tommy Lee Jones, Sally Field, James Spader, David Oyelowo, who's in this movie as well. And unknown Adam Driver, who's one of my favorite actors in the game right now. This cast is loaded. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays as Abraham Lincoln's son. This cast is stacked with a lot of talented people. Brilliant acting, cinematography, directing, and the script, of course, is phenomenal. The script was written by Tony Kushner and is based on the 2005 biography, which is called Team of Rivals: The Political Genius of Abraham Lincoln by Doris Kearns Goodwin. There's not enough words to say how this movie makes me feel when we're looking from an acting standpoint to the technical side and everything. So it's just phenomenal. I love the court scenes in this movie, but I feel that my favorite scene of the movie is between Abraham Lincoln and his wife. The scene where they're both at home and they're talking about their son going to fight in the war and possibly getting killed. Sally Field brought the house down in that scene. Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln, he did great. Don't get me wrong, he was outstanding throughout the whole film. But in that particular scene, Sally Field brought the house down. And this movie, in my opinion, is one of the best, but also one of my favorite Sally Field performances of her career. She was outstanding. And I feel that scene really was a scene. I would say that scene was really that put her over the edge to get nominated for an Oscar. But the acting in that scene is just powerful. I love it so much. My favorite scene of the movie. My review for Lincoln from 1 through 5, I'll give it a 4.7 out of 5 stars. And that concludes of today's President's Day edition. There are so many other movies that you can watch for President's Day, like Nixon, the George W. Bush film, 2008. Josh Brolin does a great job in that movie. Great acting, but the script could have been better. But the acting was phenomenal. What else? JFK, another one. There's so many good movies that you can watch for President's Day, but I decided to stick with those two. Those two, I had to pick those two, 1776 and Lincoln. So, you guys know what you should do. Thumbs up, subscribe button, and tomorrow I'll be back to continue with February of Romance. Stay warm, everybody. Be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.